the introduction of SAP. Right? What is SAP FICO? What are the different modules in SAP FICO? And what are the different version? Just on briefly, we have discussed what are the different projects. Once we hire on SAP environment, where we need to work, what are the different projects we need to work. And we discussed about SAP system landscape. Okay, as I said that we are going to discuss in depth on this particular things, and we saw a high level overview of this particular course content. Okay, so in today's session we are going to cover FI organization structure, majorly see what exactly submodules we have discussed in yesterday's session. Once again, I'll go through this modules. What are the things we are going to cover apart from SAP functional modules? We have again in FI financial accounting, we have sub modules. Like in FI, we need to have a configuration basic steps. Next one, the major basic important module backbone for FI is general ledger module. This we call it as a GL module. So end-to-end configuration. Okay, end-to-end configuration we are going to see in GL module. Again, I'm reiterating, if we are good enough in GL module configuration, then 80 majority configuration steps will repeat for all the submodules, like, okay, and as well as other modules also, like other modules in the sense other logistics modules also, like as I said that materials management or sales and distribution, okay, project systems or production system, clear, asset maintenance. So we have other SAP functional modules also there, but the major functionality, major configuration we are going to do in GL module. So if we are good enough, then these modules majority configuration will be similar, whatever GL module we are going to do. Is this clear? And what are the other sub modules? Accounts payable is one module, right? This is nothing but now we are in S4 HANA, we are considering it as a trade payables. Now we were no more calling it as a accounts payable. We are calling it as a trade payables module, trade payables and trade receivables. Clear? Trade payables and trade receivables, but still we can use it as an accounts payable and as accounts receivable. So these are the important modules again. So asset accounting, we are going to do asset accounting. So next one, bank accounting and cash journal accounting. So here, what we are going to see here in the sense banking configuration, end-to-end banking configuration. So as per companies norms, 1956 Companies Act, okay, what Reserve Bank of India mentioned is, if any company wants to pay or receive the amount greater than 10,000, greater than or equals to 10,000, then they are not supposed to do any payments or receipt in the form of cash. They have to, the receipt or payment they need to do in bank account. Clear? As per companies of 1956, RBI, Reserve Bank of India, okay, mentioned that any transaction, if it is greater than or equals to 10,000, clear, then those transactions are not supposed to be performed in the form of cash. They are supposed to perform in the form of banking transaction. Clear? And we will discuss in more. Next one, we are going to discuss about FICO submodules like GST taxation. In depth of taxation we are going to take. Again, I'm saying, for example, GST is applicable for India. GST is applicable for India. Then how about if my client is from US, or my client is from Australia, my client is from Singapore, my client is for Canada, then GST is applicable, or China, GTS, they use as an GTS. So, but again, I'm reiterating here, whatever configuration we are going to learn, whatever configuration, this is applicable for all the tax systems across the globe. If you know the configuration of GST configuration, GST tax configuration, then we can able to configure any tax configuration across the globe. It could be VAT, that is nothing but European tax system, or it could be a federal tax system of US, right? GTS for China, or any other tax system, we can do the configuration. Clear? So that's the reason we are going to cover entire end-to-end configuration of tax system. So just why I am mentioning is GST, you should know like what is a tax system we are configuring. Along with that, how the other configurations, other tax system configuration need to do. So if you are good enough in GST, then across the globe, any tax system, we can do the configuration. That could be anything. So apart from that, we are going to see how to configure SGST, state, central, and IGST. Clear? And after that, union territory GST also we are going to cover. And next one, withholding tax. Withholding taxes. So that is on TDS and TCS. We are going to cover all these tax system. So this is about your module in FI. We will discuss later on CO modules. What are the different modules? Yesterday I have given a glance on what are the different CO modules. Okay. So here, financial accounting, general ledger accounting, accounts payable, accounts receivable, asset accounting, bank accounting, and cash and journal accounting. Next one, we are going to cover GST. That is nothing but tax system. Clear. Before I go to organization structure, clear, I would like to take opportunity. Okay, so again, I'll reiterate. So actually SAP, as you know that SAP stands for, what is SAP stands for? Systems, applications, and products in data processing. Correct? SAP stands for systems. We discussed what do you mean by systems, what do you mean by applications, and what do you mean by products. And wherever we will get the data from different systems. We will receive the different applications, and we will receive the data from different products. Okay, that will be processed. All the data, raw data will be processed, and it will provide information. So in business, what do you mean information? In information is nothing but different reports. So as I said that SAP provides SAP standard reports. SAP standard reports, it will provide more than 2000 reports. More than 2000 reports. More than 2000 standard reports. Okay, it will provide, means whatever report they want, whatever report organization want, from lower level to higher level, SAP will provide. But at same time, there is no limit. There is no limit for customized reports. Okay, standard reports in the sense any organization can have these kind of reports, but customized reports in the sense, for example, I am into manufacturing industry and someone is in banking industry. So their requirement of report is some manufacturing industry requirement report is something different in some cases, and banking sector reporting requirement is something different. So SAP facilitates to customize our reports according to the client requirement. Client requirement. Is this clear? So there is no limit. Standard reports, the SAP will provide 2000 different reports.
Already doing, I think I would suggest. But
yes, can I ask one question?
Somebody is trying to. Hello.
Can I ask one question here?
Please.
Is it 2000 reports means like, is it for quarterly or half yearly or?
Daily also you can pull it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So there is no limit for customized report. We can generate according to our client requirement, our in the sense. So they can customize the reports according to their, and there is no limit for this customized reports. Clear? And as I said that SAP in the year 1972, in the year 1972, okay, SAP AG, company name is SAP AG, okay, was launched. Okay, actually by 5 IBM employees. By 5 IBM ex-employees. So it's not required for only for your, it's not required to remember, but for your just idea purpose I'm giving. 1972, SAP AG was launched by 5 IBM ex-employees. Actually, they used to work in IBM, and IBM has in the year 1960s, IBM has taken 1965, sorry. In the year 1965, IBM has taken one project payroll project, that is one payroll project, client called okay, chemical industries. Okay, and payroll, that is only SAP was IBM has taken a project of payroll project of chemical industries. Okay, and these five people were working on this particular payroll project in the year 1969. In the year 1969, due to some reason, IBM withdrawn this particular project. Okay, and they don't want to continue this particular project for this particular client. Reason, it's not sure, but these 5 people wants to continue. Work on this particular project. So what they did is they have resigned IBM, and they formed in the year 1972, they formed their own organization called SAP AG. Okay, and they have continued this payroll project for chemical industries. So in the year 1972, they have launched this company. So here in the year 1972, they have released a version called R1 Environment. I have explained R1 Environment. R1 Environment. R stands for real time. And 1 stands for 1 tier or server. So what exactly this one, R1? So before 1972, so everything, whenever even IBM or some, they used to save everything manually. If any data wants to store, everything used to stored manually on punch cards. Manually, any company wants to store the data, okay, then they used to store on punch cards. So retrieving the data from those punch cards it used to take huge time. So the first time SAP AG came up with electronic storage, nothing but, for example, whether you remember or not, the first storage system, they came out from this one punch cards, came up as electronic storage. That is nothing but first storage device was floppy disk. Okay, so whenever we insert a floppy, then we will get a real-time information. So that is the reason they claim that the first real-time information was given by SAP AG. Clear? R stands for real-time, 1 stands for 1 tier. So what exactly 1 tier means? What do you mean by 1 tier? 1 tier in the sense, for example, 1 server. So any device, we will have 3 different layers. One is database layer, as we discussed yesterday, database layer. Okay. Next one, application layer and presentation layer. So database layer, as you know, that where data stores. And next one, application layer, where process will take place. And presentation layer in nothing but your screens, monitor. Clear? So what do you mean R1? R1 in the sense, for example, here we have a database layer, we have an application layer, we have a presentation layer. So for example, from 1970 to 1980, the environment was R1 environment. So here, if I want to get, for example, I'm having a bank account. Okay, earlier, before in this 1970s, if I have a bank account, okay, and I want to know my bank balance. Clear? Now we can check in our mobiles itself. But here, earlier days, we don't have a facility to check online. So what we need to do, if we go to bank, then we will give our passbook and they will update in our passbook what is your total deposits, what are your total withdrawals, and what is the bank balance. So here, why we need to go to bank? In the sense, so the database layer, application layer, and presentation layers are at one place, in one system only. Is this clear? All your database layer, presentation layer, application layer. For example, you have your resume in your laptop. And I want to view your resume, but you don't have any internet connection. At that particular moment. I stay around 10 kilometers away from here, but I need to check your resume on priority, right? But you don't have an internet facility and that resume is in your laptop. Means where you have stored in your laptop on hard disk, that is called a database layer, right? If you want to retrieve from database layer, what you will do, you will go to folder and you will open that. That is called application, the processing. That is called application layer. And where you can view on your screen. So that monitor is nothing but your presentation layer, right? All the three layers are at your place. If I want to view, then what I have to do, either you have to come to my place with your laptop, or I have to come to your place to view your resume, because there is no internet facility. So all the three layers are at one place, at your place. That is, presentation layer is at your place, application layer is at your place, and database layer is also at your place. So I can't able to see online. So if I want to view the bank balance, then I have to go, because all the total servers are within the bank only. So database layer, application layer, and presentation layer. All three are at bank place. So we need to go manually and we need to check there. Okay. And this R1 environment, it is developed by only one particular chemical client person. Okay, one particular, and this is a not successful version. R1 in the year 1970. Why? Because it is developed for only one language, okay, one currency, one country. Clear? One language, one currency, and one country. One language in the sense German language. One currency in the sense only for German euro, and one country only it is applicable for Germany only. So that is the reason it is not considered as a global software. It was not considered as a global software. Clear? And after that, in the year 1980s, 1980 or 82, not required to remember the years. Okay. In the year 1980, they came up with, they developed R2 environment. What do you mean R2? Here there is no change in R. R is nothing but R is nothing but real time. Okay. R is nothing but same. R is nothing but real time. And 2 is not 2 is here. 2 tier or 2 servers. So what they have done is, and they came up with here in this particular environment. Okay, in this particular environment, they came up with, they developed multi-currencies, multi-languages, multiple currencies, and applicable for multiple countries. The data, this application can use for multiple languages, international language, not regional languages, multiple languages, multi-currencies, and multiple countries. Okay, then it becomes a global software. In R2 environment, it becomes a global software. A global software. But still, okay, but this is applicable for only what kind of business? Only payroll and accounting business only. It used to support in the year 1980 also. It used to support only payroll accounting software. Clear? And here what they have done, what is the difference? Okay, this is one thing they have done the changes. But what is the other change they have done is, what is the other change they have done is, they have separated, okay, 2 layers, 1 layer, that is nothing but your presentation layer is at one place. Presentation layer is at one place, and development database layer and application layers are at one place. Application layers are at one place. What do you mean by that? So internet concept was introduced in this era. So client server concept. So what they have done? They have separated presentation layer from database layer and application layer. Means, so the database is at one place, application is in the same place, but presentation layer, nothing but, for example, you know, like earlier, internet cafes, they will have one server, and that will be connected to different systems within area. So that is called LAN, through LAN, local area network. And after that, wide area network, metro area network. So those facilities as introduced in this particular era, right? So here the data will be there and application layer will be at one place. So for example, if I want to check any information, so then the presentation layer, we will give the input, then it will go to the application layer. Then within application layer, it will check in the database layer. So 2 layers are at one place and 1 layer is separated. So that is the reason we call it as the R2 environment. R2 environment. What is R2? So here, so we need not to go to the where the data is there. We can stay at our place and we can check. Okay, but what is the disadvantage with this? What is the disadvantage with this? In the sense, there is a time in this particular R2 environment, there is a time sharing concept. Time sharing concept was there. What do you mean by time sharing concept? In the sense, see, here the presentation layers are considered server, okay, client and server. So server is nothing but your database layer and application layer are considered as a server. And next one, presentation layer is considered as a client. So for example, for this particular server, 3 clients are integrated. Client 1, client 2, and for example, client 3. Okay, so the data is there in this particular server. Application layer is also there in this particular server. So what they have, if I want client at same time, client 1 want information, client 2 want information, and client 3 was having information. So there was a time sharing concept was introduced in the year 1980s environment, R2 environment. So first 5 minutes will be given for client 1. Second 5 minutes will be given to from 6 minutes to 10 minutes. Okay. Next 5 minutes will be given to client 2. And after that, client 3. So here, whenever 3 clients are given input, then first it will give the output to client 1. And meanwhile, these 2 clients need to wait. And again in client 2, once the time comes to client 2, then client 2 will get the information. Meanwhile, these 2 clients need to sit idle. And again, it will go to client 3. Okay. Once client T inputs the data, then he will get in his time, scheduled time, and these 2 clients need to sit idle. If client numbers are more, then it will be take a lot of time. Sometimes you will see that the server is busy. Earlier we used to get that. Now we don't get this particular. So this is also not that successful version. Is this clear? Any questions on this? Till here, R1, R2.
We are good and fine.
So next one, R3 environment. In the year 1990s, okay, they came up. This is most powerful version of SAP. So they came up with, in the year 1993, they came up with R3 environment. So again, same, there is no change. R stands for real time. Why we call it on time? Real data, we not a post-mortem data. We get real data we used to get. So that's the reason they claim that R stands for real time. And 3 stands for 3 tiers. Three tier or 3 servers. So here what they have done is they have separated database layer separately. They have separated application layer and they have separated presentation layer. These 3 layers are separated. So what is the benefit? What is the benefit in the sense? See, database layer at one place, application layer is at one place, presentation layer is in one place. So for example, everyone are having their own mobile phones. Okay, right now, for example, I'm having an Android phone. So if I want to download, once I purchase an Android phone or iPhone, iOS phone. So first, if I want to install an app called WhatsApp, so what I'll do? What we will do? Yeah.
We'll go to Play Store.
Play Store, correct? We will go to the Play Store and we will give WhatsApp and it will process and it will take time and it will download, correct? So here in your mobile, you know what is a presentation layer, that your screen, and application layers are nothing but your Play Store, Play Store or app stores are nothing but your application layers. And where WhatsApp is originally saved, that is nothing but the database. So from there, application layer will go and check and it will pick and it will process and it will install in your mobile. Okay. And it will show on your screen. Same thing. If I say Google, if I'm searching for something, so I'll open Google application, Google search engine, right? That is called application layer, right? And in that, whatever information I want, I'll type it. And after that, I'll put on a search. Then the Google search engine, that is nothing but your application layer. So that will search and that will go to the database where exactly it is storing. Okay. And it will check there, and it will retrieve from there. Okay. And it will show on our presentation layer. Is that correct or not? So here what happens is, so because both are, these 3 servers are different places. So all the presentation layers are connected to application layer and all application layers are connected to database layer. So with that, what happens is 1:many ratio as introduced, means 1 application layer or 2 application layer, many clients can access the data without any what we call without time sharing. Means there is a no concept to call in R3 environment time sharing concept. So at a time, 1 or 100 or 1,000 or lakhs of people can retrieve the data on same time. They can input the data and they can retrieve the data. Because of this application, this is nothing but in our environment, database is nothing but your hard disk. Application is nothing but your RAM, random access memory, right? This is nothing but your monitor. Okay. So as per your RAM speed means, right, there is a 2 GB RAM, 4 GB RAM, 16 GB RAM, clear. Next one, 8 GB RAM, 16 GB RAM. So as per your RAM, the application will become more faster. Clear? So database is a different place, applications are at a different place, presentation. So with this, what happens is we can access any data at any point of time without waiting. Okay, they have removed the waiting time in this R3 environment. Clear? So in SAP has came up with R1, R2 and R3. R1, R2, R3 environment. So R1 is nothing but real time, one tier database. So where all the one tier, so all the layers are at one place. Okay, so if we want any information, we need to go there and we need to get it. When it and they have, and this is what is the disadvantage with this? It is developed in one particular language, that is German language. For it is suitable for only for German currency, and this is suitable for only German companies in R1. And in the year 1980, they came up with R2 environment. So R is no changes in R, that is a real time 2 tier. So they have separated presentation layer from database and application layer. But this is also not that successful version, but they claimed as it's a global software. Why? Because they came up with multiple languages, multiple currencies, and multiple countries. Means this particular, but still they are in accounting and payroll only. Accounting and payroll only. Okay. But in the year 1990, they came up with 3-tier environment. Clear? And after that, in the year 2005, okay, in R3, in the year, I'm just giving an idea. In 2004, SAP came up with, SAP came up with okay, ECC version. There are different, before that, there are different versions are there. ECC version. What do you mean ECC version? ECC stands for Enterprise, okay, Central Component. In 2004, SAP came up with ECC 5. ECC stands for Enterprise Central Component. So what is the difference? Even though this is working on R3 environment only, okay. So here, what it happens is earlier, which software it used to support, which department? Only accounting and payroll. Even though it's a global software, but here till here, it is used to support only accounting and payroll. But here they came up with different applications, different modules. So this used to support only accounting department only. But in the year 2004, they came up with their new version called Enterprise Central Component. Enterprise means business. So whatever business requires, whatever departments business will have normally. So for all those, it provides a solution, right? It's used to support all the departments like finance department, costing department, next one, sales department. Okay. Next one, marketing department. production department, right? So they came up with different, this particular SAP can suitable, give the solution for all the departments in an organization. So it has given different modules. So we'll call it here as departments. So it has given solutions to 36 different modules. 36 different modules it has developed in the year 2004. And this is a revolutionary version of SAP. It becomes a global software. Okay. And not only restricted to one particular department, it used to give the solution for end-to-end departments in an organization. So total 36 different departments, it gives the solution. Say normally, if you take any small or big organization, then normally we will have 14 to 15 or 20 departments. That's it. Not more than that. But SAP is giving solution to 36 different departments. Means 36 different modules are there from small to big organization. And it becomes a #1 ERP in this particular era. In this particular era, SAP becomes a #1 ERP. Yesterday we discussed what do you mean ERP. It becomes a #1 ERP. No any other ERP gives a solution for these many departments. Each and other whatever. So who are the competitors in the ERP sector in the sense? Oracle Financials. Clear? JD Edwards. These are other BAN. I'm taking only few. There are thousands of ERPs are there. PeopleSoft. Clear? Like this, there are different ERPs are there, competitors. But here, these people, Oracle Financials will give the solution for only few, 1 or 2 or 3 departments. JD Edwards will give you only one department. BAN is a one software. They will give a solution for only one department. PeopleSoft will give only for HR department, but not for others. Is this clear? So SAP here will give a solution to 36 different departments. So that's the reason here this is considered as a revolutionary version of 2004. ECC 6. So what is ECC? ECC is nothing but Enterprise Central Component. Okay. And in the year 2006, sorry. So, and one more thing, what is the disadvantage here in the sense? What is the disadvantage in the sense? See, as I said that we have a database layer, we have an application layer, and we have a presentation layer. So here, application layer, as I said that data in the year till 2004, 2013, database layer, application. Okay. So here database layer till 2013, SAP didn't have its own database. Okay. It is using third-party databases. It was dependent on third-party databases like Oracle, SQL, DBase, like other third-party databases. SAP didn't have its own database, but application was, we'll call it as a GUI, SAP GUI. Nothing but SAP GUI stands for graphical user interface. We'll talk more about this. Okay, this is so SAP GUI. So Oracle database was third-party database. It used to dependent and SQL and DBase. Clear? Till 2013. Okay, so third-party databases. But clients were not confident because SAP is giving solution to everything, but they don't have their own database. They are depending on third-party database, and any business information should be secured. So the clients were not trusting SAP majorly because they are not using their own database. So in the year 2013, SAP has came up with its own database. SAP came up with own database called HANA database. In the year, SAP came up with HANA database. Okay. What is HANA stands for? HANA stands for high performance analytical appliance. Okay. HANA 2013, SAP came up with its own database called that database. They named it as an HANA. HANA is nothing but abbreviation. This is not, okay. HANA is nothing but high performance analytical appliance. Clear? So they came up with in-memory concept here. We will talk what in-memory and all. So they came up with their own database. And after that, they have released one version. ECC 6 with EHP 7. ECC 6 with EHP 7. ECC 6 with ECC 5 was there, and they came up with ECC 6 with EHP 7 version. So ECC, we know that enterprise central component. But what do you mean by ECC 6 with EHP 7? Okay, that is nothing but enhancement package. Enhancement package. Okay, EHP stands for enhancement package. Okay, and in this 2000, okay, and they have introduced in this tax system. Earlier, any company wants, okay, it is giving solution for everything, but except tax. Except a tax system, tax was not there. Okay, tax module was not there. So in the year 2013, SAP came up with tax module also. What that is the only module which was not there with SAP. So they came up with a tax module. Clear? So ECC 6 with EHP 7 version. Okay. And so here total how many modules are there? Total how many modules are there?
35.
Out of 36 modules, like if I take 30 few modules like SAP F5 module, finance module, CO module, right? module, next one SD module, next one production and planning module, plant maintenance module, HR module, okay, asset management module, like this, quality maintenance. So these are the different modules we have. So here in the year 2015, even though SAP came up, SAP has its own database, but these modules need to be migrate from third-party database to HANA database. So in the year 2015, first SAP has migrated 2 modules from third-party database to HANA database. Those are nothing but FICO module. These 2 modules are migrated in the year, okay, migrated from third-party database to HANA database. So that's nothing but FICO module. Because earlier it was a separate module. Earlier it was FI is separate in ECC environment, CO is separate. But in S4 HANA, in HANA environment, they have merged both FI and CO. They have merged as one module. They have given it a name as an simple finance. Simplified finance. We call it as a simple finance or simplified finance. Clear? FICO, simple finance. Right? So they released a version here, ECC 6 with EHP 8. EHP 8 version. So for simple finance. Okay, only 2 modules out of 36 modules, only 2 modules were migrated from third-party database to HANA database. Clear? And we call now it as a FICO on S4 HANA. S4 HANA. What do you mean S? S stands for suite for, okay, suite for, or we call it as an 4 is nothing but fourth generation. Fourth generation database. So suite is nothing but, as discussed yesterday, suite is nothing but complete package. We call it as in suite rooms in a hotels, right? Suite in the sense complete. It will be their kitchen, bedroom, whatever we have. So everything will be there. It's suite for HANA. S4 stands for suite fourth generation HANA, or suite for HANA. Means this particular FICO, simple finance, is suite for HANA database. Here HANA is nothing but HANA database. Suite is nothing but functional. If someone is saying that I know HANA, and someone is saying I know S4 HANA. So what is the difference? I know HANA, I know S4 HANA. HANA in the sense database means someone is saying that I know HANA in the sense he know about in-depth technical module, that is HANA is a technical module. So he belongs to technical side. Okay. And someone says that I know S4 HANA, right? Then that is nothing but it's an application, functional, right? So if I'm saying that I'm a consultant of S4 HANA consultant, then what does it mean? I'm a functional consultant. If someone is saying I'm a HANA consultant, then he's nothing but a technical consultant. Is this clear? Any questions here? Any questions?
Yeah, HANA is not a module, right? Then
which one? HANA?
Yeah.
HANA is not a module. HANA is a database. S4 HANA is a module.
Okay, just HANA is a database. S4 HANA is a module.
Correct. And S4 stands for suite for HANA or fourth generation.
For example, S4 HANA, if they do jobs on the S4 HANA, means like they're working in the database.
S4 HANA or HANA?
S4 HANA.
S4 HANA is nothing but, it's not, S4 HANA is nothing but functional side. We need to work as a S4 HANA. As after completion of this particular course, we are going to work on S4 HANA, not on HANA.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. So here, after that, in the year 2016, okay, in the year 2016, so whatever rest modules, whatever other modules are there, so these all are considered as an logistics modules. Alone, the only finance modules are these two, and other modules are considered as an S4 HANA logistics modules. Understood? So all other modules, MM, SD, PP, PM, HR, AM, rest all 34 other modules are considered as an logistics modules. Clear? In the year 2016 till 2015, these modules are on third-party database. And after that, they have migrated from third-party database to HANA database. Okay. So these are called logistics modules. So we are into simple finance, right? And they have another modules called logistics modules, materials management, sales and distribution, plant maintenance, production and planning. All these comes under logistics modules. Is this clear?
Yes.
Okay. So here, how to, like, normally see S4 HANA, as I said that there is a ECC environment, and in this particular course, we are going to work on ECC and as well as S4. Okay. We will see ECC. We need to have a knowledge on ECC, and same time we need to have a knowledge on S4. Okay. Why? Because why I'm saying in the sense, for example, the clients, the people who are the clients, there are Fortune 500 companies. Fortune 500 companies are using their software, their system, are using their system as SAP. Okay. So since long time they are using, okay, since 90s, they are using SAP as their system software. Now they are working on environment called ECC environment. majority companies, 60% who are using SAP, 60%, 70% companies are still using ECC environment, means third-party database companies. Here, third-party database companies. Okay, due to pandemic, what SAP has done is every company who have out of 100% who are using SAP, out of that still still 70% organizations are still using ECC environment only, ECC old environment only. Okay, what SAP has done is they have given a deadline. They have given a deadline by 2028, means another 4 years. They can use this ECC. They can use ECC, but they can use up to 2028. But from 2028 onwards, they need to migrate from ECC to S4HANA. They need to migrate from ECC to S4HANA, whatever clients are using still ECC. So they have given from till 2028 to till 2030. Till 2030, SAP will give a whatever support SAP is giving, it will free of cost, that will support. That will support free of cost till 2030, 2020, from whatever current era to till 2030, it will give free of cost. But once after 2030, in case any clients doesn't migrated from ECC to S4HANA, then if they want any support, then that will be chargeable after 2030. It will be chargeable for support. Clear? So that's the reason what we are. So till 2028. So the market will be open on SAP like anything. Okay. And after that also it will be the same, even though whatever AI comes or whatever automations comes, but for consulting level, we don't have any problem. We'll not have any sort of issues. Because as long as whatever automations comes to our place, so our projects will get increases. End user level, it may impact, but as a consultant level, it will not going to be impact. If people are saying that it's going to be impact on consulting, hardly 1 or 2%, not more than that. Okay, so here, that's the reason we are covering both here, because till to 2028, whenever we attend interview, they might majorly focus on ECC and as well as an S4HANA. They will ask you, do you know S4HANA? Are you worked on S4HANA? And same time, they will check ECC also. And again, why we are covering in the sense, we need to have a good knowledge on ECC to have hands-on experience in S4. So that's the reason we are covering wherever the changes are there. We are covering both in this particular course. To further proceeding, any questions from your end?
Yeah, we are good.
This is about your versions, as I said that. So, and every year, every September, SAP is releasing S4HANA. In S4HANA, SAP is releasing every year. Every year, SAP is releasing one version. One version. Okay. So they have crystal clear roadmap till 2047. SAP is having crystal clear roadmap till 2047. Means what are the features need to be added? Clear, right? Crystal clear roadmap they are having till 2047. So till 2047, every year, means version in the sense, though not much changes, hardly 1 or 2 features will be added according to the client requirement. Clear? So in S4HANA, see, as I said that from 2016, in the year 2016, they came up with a version called, so this is a key number, 101, the version they have released in the 2016 as SAP S4HANA 1610. And same time, they came up with 102. This is a key number. That's it. 1610 SAP S4 HANA 1709. Okay, and next one 103 103. So they have released one more version, SAP S4 HANA, SAP S4 HANA 1809. So in the year 2017, Apple has become a partner for SAP. Apple has become one of the major partner for SAP. So here in the every September, Apple will release one own product and SAP is also releasing one version. So here every year, for example, 104, SAP S4 HANA, S4 HANA 1909. And the latest version, 108. This is not required, 101, 102. The latest version, we need to remember SAP S4 HANA 2309. Means what is this? See, 1610 in the sense, last two digits are nothing but month. That is nothing but October. And first two digits are year. Clear? 2016, October month, they have released SAP S4 HANA first version. And next they have released one more version, 2017, September month. And after that, every September, they are releasing one version. They are updating one version. In the sense, so every time, every client need to go for new version. In the sense, automatically, the feature will be added to the existing customers. Clear, everyone? So next version, when it's going to be released? Next version? 2409.
September.
Here. So 2409, it's going to be released a new version.
So will there be any changes like
Hardly
what
minute features will be get changed. That's it. So it's not required. Functional consultant need to check that. As a functional consultant, it's not required to check that. Okay, the release version, okay, fine. We need to check what is the feature is added. That's enough. However, if we start working, then automatically we will come to know what are the features they have added. But every time again, we need not to take a coaching or something else for that. Any other questions from anyone?
No, thank you.
So we discussed about what is R1 environment, R2 environment, clear? And next one, we discussed about what are the different, means R1, R2, R3 also comes under a version only, but the origin, okay, origin we have taken. So any questions on this particular thing?
I'm good.
How about others? Before,
I'm good.
yeah, any questions from anyone? Kindly unmute and you can ask the questions.
It's not a question, but shall we get any material or
Yeah, your voice is
notes for
little
this?
low. I'm sorry.
Sorry for that. Do we get any material or notes
Yeah,
for
yeah,
this?
definitely you will get our PPTs and all. You can, Prasad will help you on that.
Okay, thank you.
And tomorrow, what we will see in tomorrow's session, we will see how the SAP screens looks like, clear? And how to like, can we install SAP in our system, or do we need to take a remote access or third-party service? So tomorrow we will see the application, SAP application completely. Is that clear?
Thank you.
If you are working on accounts payable, yesterday I came to know. So for them, it's not a new screens, but however, we are going to work from tomorrow onwards completely on SAP screens. So it will not be a challenge. So we will
But I
cover
don't
what
have
exact, sorry?
Sorry, I don't have any experience in
No
SAP.
problem.
Actually,
No problem.
we
It's good actually.
okay.
Yeah.
I have like, I'm not from complete financial background. I'm from BTech, but when we moved to India to Australia, Melbourne, I used to work in a bank in India, Nationalist Bank. due to my husband's work, I came here and I started again as a finance officer.
No problem. That's what I'm saying. See, even though if you don't have any accounting or financial background, we are going to cover the wherever it's required, the accounting terminologies, accounting entries, definitely we are going to give from scratch in that. So you won't feel at the end of the course or middle of the course when you are practicing, you don't know why this is debiting or why this is crediting or something else. You won't find that issue.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, any other questions from anyone before we call it for today? Only tomorrow onwards we'll have some more.
Not related to this, but are you going to give any server access for us to practice?
That's what even kindly check with, for this also kindly check with Prasad's one regarding server and material part.
Okay.
Hope you have a number or which is
Yeah.
showing on the screen.
Yes, I will definitely.
Sorry, your good name, please.
Sorry, I'm Kishore.
Oh, thank you, Kishore.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so good to go. We'll continue tomorrow. Thank you all.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
Thank you very much.